Steady up, fellas. I got orders coming.
On to a 1v1. On Gleize Breakout, this game is going to be CaptainSPrice versus Momo4sho. I think I've cast both. I've obviously cast CaptainSPrice at least like 25 times. Momo4sho, I think I've cast at least once. Or twice. Once or twice. So,
Ground's ours. All right, you don't.
glad to have them back on Star-Crossed casts.
Knock it off.
We'll see what they have to offer. CaptainSPrice playing as U.S. forces, and I assume he's going to be utilizing his patented
Rifle squad ready for action.
flamethrower bazooka blob. This game, no commander selection yet, but that's my. He doesn't even use the elite rifle training, so I mean he doesn't need rifle company until he has 3 CPs. Going with his double rifle opening.
This is it.
Right there, Stern Pyos wiring off the green cover here in the center. Double Volks Grenadier opening from Momo4sho.
Fire obstacle up. Enemy fire! Enemy fire! Steady up.
Our riflemen will now be better trained before deployment. We got a rifle squad waiting for
CaptainSPrice
orders.
just spreading out here at the beginning.
Gather
Rifleman
round.
grabbing munitions, strategic points.
Listen up.
Prioritizing resources over VPs.
Lousy patch of dirt
Rear echelon's moving to grab this first. Rifleman's going very wide initially. No aggressive movements. Oh, I was wrong!
Nuts.
He is going to utilize the elite rifleman training. Okay. I don't know when this replay was submitted. I don't know if CaptainSPrice has modified his strategy from the point where he does this. During Star-Crossed Kings, which was probably more recent than this game, maybe, he did not really utilize elite rifleman training. In this game, apparently he is going to. Stern Pyos win that engagement. They should retreat. Oh, retreat that squad. They got such good return on such good value. He's about to lose that. No, what is he doing? He's gonna lose 100 manpower here, at least. He's trying to rectify his mistake by kiting and circling. I don't think it's gonna happen. There he goes. Maybe he might get away. No. There's 47 more manpower. He gets away with only 1 more model loss. I guess that's not that bad. He could have gotten away with only 1 model loss, having taken out 3 riflemen, which is great value. Losing 2 models is basically even. So, bit of a mistake right there, but whatever. Not the end of the world. Folks, Grenadiers jumping into this building. We'll be able to protect against Price's riflemen here in the center for a little while. This engagement's going to take pretty much forever. It looks like it's 5 windows. Yeah, 5 south-facing windows, or maybe just... I don't know, those Folks Grenadiers can't seem to make up their mind where they want to stand. There they go, they all stop teleporting around. And this building has 4. Unless that guy's also firing. Is he firing? Yeah, he is. So, both of these houses have 5 windows that can engage the other house. So it really just comes down to the engagement range, and I think the Folks Grenadiers have superior range here. Riflemen will eventually lose. Take a really long time though. Folks Grenadiers chased away from the right side.
Stand ready.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Under fire.
Rear echelon troops trying to set up a flank back here will be chased away. Stern Pyos need to heal up before they move back to engage. They're pretty hurt and we're not going to be able to win any engagements. He should definitely heal before jumping into cover. Changes his mind, goes back for healing. Folks Grenadiers in this house do seem to be winning, slowly.
On the line.
And getting the first model loss helps a lot as well. Or first kill, I should say.
Infantry attacking in force. Contact. Infantry assaulting. We've received a new promotion. Men are focused.
Momo really needs to heal this squad. He does chase away 1 rifle squad though, with that decision to engage. It wouldn't take that long to just get these guys healed though. He keeps on moving to engage with them rather than being patient. Why are they even standing right there? They're basically your only DPS source in the very early game as Grando West. And the early slash mid game if you go tier 2 because there's no flag half track coming.
Fire. Return fire.
No commander selection yet either for other possible damage sources like Fusiliers or Fallschirmjäger. MG34 is the suppression source. It's not really a damage source, but it's something. Volksgrenadier is just hiding behind this building for now. CaptainSPrice dominating the map. He has pretty much full territory control. He's got both fuel points, both munitions points. Momo trying to make a play for the left side munition points now. Captain has been fielded by CaptainSPrice, who normally goes lieutenant, so he's kind of he's not really doing his normal thing this game. He has chosen rifle company. He didn't go lieutenant. So I'm wondering what his strategy is going to be this game. Rear echelon's jumping into the building with only one guy left though. Stern Pios jumping into close range against the riflemen in this building do not have cover, I don't think. Maybe they do, actually. I don't know. That model does. That model definitely does. So, interesting. I've never actually seen that green cover used before. Pretty good positioning on those Stern Pios wins in that engagement.
Bazookas now available for pickup.
Getting pretty good value out of these. Forcing a lot of retreats with only one model lost, and then 3 models left with low health. It's a very good way to use Sturms. If you can continually heal them back up after all of these engagements, he's getting a lot of manpower bleed done with those and a lot of territory gain. This is exactly what you want to be doing with your Sturms. So OKW is going to move those back for healing now. But despite what minor success he's had with those, he's still struggling to get any territory under his control. He's CaptainSPrice 4 riflemen plus captain. He's throwing the bazookas on his riflemen now. Flamethrower is going to be soon to follow once he hits 3 CPs. Start putting pressure on the tier 2 structure. The tier 4 structure, should Momo ever build one, probably also be in quite a bit of danger. You can just smoke it and destroy it with bazookas. There goes that rifle squad. Sturms trying to grab control of this area. Will get the munitions captured and force retreat from those rear echelons. And maintaining control of 1 VP is critical as Upper Commando West. Momo has successfully done that for a while. So, not a huge victory point lead for CaptainSPrice, but it's really important to have some resources coming in. If you don't hold either munitions or either fuel point, you really struggle. So he's going to try and expand things a little bit, get some Volksgrenadiers over there to get some territory captured, but unfortunately that means he has nothing to defend against this rifle blob coming for his battle group. That Volksgrenadier squad gets wiped, and these bazookas are going to destroy this structure very quickly. They do pretty good DPS. They don't do as much damage as Panzerschrecks, but they fire really quick, so they take down OKW trucks very fast. 1 squad of Stern Pios is trying to move to support in this engagement, but it needs a meat shield of Volksgrenadiers. Here's an MG34, Fortifications Doctrine chosen. No grenade tech from Price, yes, though he can't smoke that. And he'll be forced to retreat. Now arrives just in time to save the truck, but not in time to save his Volksgrenadier squad. And losing a full squad as OKW is against US forces usually not something you can afford, but it is something that's very hard to prevent. 5 rifles now from CaptainSPrice, who has hit 3 CPs and will start production of flamethrowers.
Enemy fire! Take cover! Target secured!
Stern Pios drop a model a little earlier right there. That's going to hurt their damage output against these riflemen. Even in green cover, they're going down so quick. I guess it's because those rifles are Vet 2, or maybe it's just bad RNG. I don't know. Should be able to get this point captured, though. Volksgrenadier is helping his damage output slightly. MG34 is available to protect in this area as well. Shoe mine thrown down by the Stern Pios in this area. That might help a little bit. CaptainSPrice saving all of his munitions for flamethrowers and bazookas, so no minesweeper around his rear echelons right now. Flamethrower through the wall. Wow. 3 crits. Look at that. Volksgrenadiers will be forced to retreat from that area. I feel like Momo might be spreading out too much. I mean, it's good to spread out and take undefended territory, but he's really struggling to defend himself here in the center, and this blob is probably going to kill everything if he doesn't have at least
Heavy machine gun
like
team ready for battle.
5 of his 7 squads available to defend. Sending 1 Volksgrenadier squad right, 1 left, 1 center, leaves him with really thin forces. As over Commando West, I don't think he's going to survive what's coming. MG34 just got fielded. It's making its way kind of wide right. These 2 squads will stand no chance against this. Not to mention the 300 manpower that just got dropped on a retreat point unlock. I don't know what those Volksgrenadiers are doing. Now it's just suicide. Wasn't monitoring that. That's 2 full squads of Volksgrenadiers wiped, which is going to put him extremely behind and probably can't save this. 300 manpower invested into this retreat point and it's already being destroyed. He has no way to push this away. Where did that suppression come from? Ooh, MG34 set up right there. Grenade getting tossed. CaptainSPrice has on me though. If he pops it, he can probably finish this truck off. I don't know. I don't think Momo can prevent this from happening. Maybe. Why aren't they firing? It's kind of weird that the bazookas aren't shooting. I feel like CaptainSPrice mismicroed this. He didn't attack ground with all of his riflemen. He's gonna get suppressed again. 1 squad retreating, full retreat. Wow. I'm amazed that that truck is still alive. And Momo picks up a squad wipe. Really lucky engagement for Momo. Very lucky. Nice positioning on that MG34, and this one on the flank as well. Just barely made it to the engagement in time. Volksgrenadiers could recover that bazooka if they want. I don't know if there's really any point in doing that, though. I mean, maybe to take out the ambulance. CaptainSPrice does not field light vehicles. He will get easy 8s eventually. It could be nice to have at that point. Might be nice to recover it just to prevent Price from recovering it on his next push. Sternpile is trying to repair this thing. If he throws the Minesweeper upgrade on them, they'll repair quite quickly. At Vet 3, they also get a repair bonus, so that'll probably be fully repaired by the time CaptainSPrice makes his next push. And these Volksgrenadiers have been able to take the entire left unopposed, so 2 victory points now in Momo's control. He's suffered a lot of wipes. He needs to replace those losses. Having inflicted a wipe on CaptainSPrice helps equalize things a little. MG34 in this building. Does Price have grenades yet? Yes, he does. Here comes the smoke. Oh yeah, he used smoke in that last engagement. Of course he does. MG34 needs to backpedal. Mine. Nice mine. Gives him 4 model losses. That'll help a lot. That machine gun is stuck around in this building way too long. I don't know what he's thinking. Get that thing out of there. That is gonna get wiped. Again, CaptainSPrice failing to utilize attack ground in a situation where it would probably have helped a lot. A lot of mismicro by Price this game. Kenmore for retreating. It doesn't really have anything to offer to this engagement anyway, so no reason to leave that on the front line if it doesn't have to. That MG34 also going all the way back to base. Not sure Momo's going to keep this push at bay this time. Volksgrenadiers moving up on the flank. Sternpiles are available for the engagement. Price is really clumped right here. There's a grenade toss. That was 2 grenades. That was an overinvestment of munitions. He should have saved one of those grenades for after he repositioned. Smoke grenade just got deployed somewhere, I think. Sternpile's going in close range on the flamethrower squad, which will get wiped again. Jeez, so many wipes by these Sturms. What is CaptainSPrice doing? And there's the attack ground, finally. Momo has no way of attacking ground in this smoke, so he can't. There's nothing he can do to prevent this. If he doesn't field some sort of flak half track or some like an infantry support gun or something. Wow, another grenade wipes another squad, and the captain's gonna get wiped too, I think. Wow. That grenade toss. I mean, Momo has spent almost all of his munitions on grenades, and that's the smart thing to do against CaptainSPrice because he doesn't make vehicles at all until the EZ8 arrives, so just spam grenades. This is probably the best bet you have. And again, this truck survives by the tiniest sliver. I feel like Momo has gotten really lucky this game, but at the same time, CaptainSPrice has mismicroed a lot, so... kind of interesting. Momo also needs to spend his resources. He really needs to. He's now got a huge manpower advantage over CaptainSPrice, but if he doesn't spend his 900 manpower that he's floating right now, it's worth nothing. Get that spent. Looks like he's gonna go tier 4 and dump it into ogres. Having gone fortifications doctrine, he can't blow his manpower on Fallschirmjäger or any other form of infantry call-in like G43s. Rear echelon troops moving to harass the right side and maybe set up a triple cap. It looks like Price is just going to skip straight past the VPs and try and destroy this structure, but with the support upgrade and Vet 3, they repair that so quick. It's going to be almost full HP by the time Captain Price makes it in here for his next push. Volksgrenadiers need to spread out a little bit to avoid getting annihilated by those flamethrowers. There are 2 flamethrowers in this blob that I can see. MG34 has to retreat or just die. It's dead. I don't know if Price will steal that or not. Yes, he will. That is a painful loss.
The command half-track has been converted into the headquarters building.
That'll help equalize the manpower disadvantage Captain Price was at just a while ago. Tier 4 structure is completed and Obers are in production. Obers suffer the same problem as Volksgrenadiers and Sturms though, in that they cannot attack riflemen through smoke the way that a flak half-track could. Until Vet 1. Once they're Vet 1, they can throw their own smoke grenade, and then that helps. Flamethrower is attacking the Tier 4 structure through this wall. Grenade tossed by those Volksgrenadiers will force one retreat. Get some value out of that. The flamethrowers do almost no damage to this thing, so that would take forever to kill it that way. Volksgrenadiers taking control of the munitions and victory points here on the left side, and rear echelon troops are moving to grab the fuel on the right. And Momo has finished repairing his battle group. Volksgrenadiers will retreat right there. Stern piles need to jump into, or looked like they wanted to jump into a house, but obviously with those flamethrowers nearby, houses are not very safe. Stolen MG34 will easily win that engagement. Momo retreats a little late. I'm not sure he's going to get away. 2 flamethrowers in the retreat path. Looks like he'll be alright. Maybe, I don't know, there's a Sherman. Wow, I wasn't expecting Price to tech up, but he does. He goes major into a Sherman. Volksgrenadiers get wiped. Stern Pios try and recover the bazooka. Very, very, very bad situation for Momo right here. Even having wiped so many rifle squads, it's not going to matter if he takes a bunch of squad wipes in return, which he might. There go the Sturms. Vet 4 Sturms, just like that. Obers look like they're going to get wipes too. This could be catastrophic. This could be game ending. Flamethrowers working the Raketenwerfer force that retreat. And there it goes. There go the Obers. Everything Momo had just got wiped, and any advantage that he had is gone now. He was not ready for this. Not at all ready. Doesn't look like he's even going to be able to trade. Not enough preparation by Momo for that tank. He really needed a mine, a better place, better positioned Raketenwerfer. Something to prevent it from bullying him by his battle group headquarters, which kind of makes this placement seem not that great to me, by the way. There's so much room for a Sherman to take advantage of vision and shot blockers. There's this fence, there's this hedge, there's the truck itself, there's all these buildings. So I don't know. I don't know what I think about that battle group headquarters placement right there. Not that there are very many good places to put that on this map. This map is very dense. It has been opened up a little in this area, so I don't know. Maybe somewhere more towards the left, but you need to be able to defend a victory point at all times, and it's very difficult to do that. And if you place it too aggressively, it just dies. So, I mean, he's barely been able to keep it alive as is. Your best bet is probably just putting it in your base, but I don't know.
Enemy movement! On the flank! We lost a gun crew! Enemy fire! Enemy fire!
Price working on the tier 4 structure through the wall. I'm not sure this even really works. Doesn't seem like it's really doing anything. Maybe he's just not close enough? I don't know. I think he's just not close enough. Sherman's fully repaired and moves to re-engage. There's another squad wipe. CaptainSPrice about to get stolen. Momo4sho is so behind. He's going to need to make some pretty miraculous plays with this Panther once it hits the field. CaptainSPrice doesn't have that much of a counter to the Panther, but he has a lot of bazookas, a stolen Shrek, 2 Shermans. He has enough to take a Panther out, considering it has almost no support. Plus 2 Rakettenwerfers certainly can't do anything against this rifle blob. It looks like this is working extremely slowly. It's basically not a serious threat, though. There's a smoke grenade, and CaptainSPrice is going to brute force this thing down with bazookas and Panzer Shreks.
Flanking attack!
Grenadier are on the line.
Adjusting your position!
Another smoke grenade to give him a little more time. Again, Momo has nothing he can do about this. If he tries to go for a crush maneuver with this Panther, I don't know if he'll survive. Gonna probably take engine damage. He does get a lot of models killed, forcing a full retreat. Price is gonna stick around to try and do engine damage, I guess. Nope, he will be forced away. So Panther gets 9 kills, saves the tier 4 structure. So many near misses by Momo this game, but somehow he has kept his trucks alive, which is the only reason he hasn't lost. But it's gonna take a long time to replace all of these losses, and he doesn't have a very good way to inflict squad wipes on his opponent anymore, since he has no high DPS squads except for a fresh squad of Sturms, which is unlikely to do very well at medium range against those rifles with all their flamethrowers unless he can get really lucky. So, pretty bad situation to be in. Fresh squad of riflemen just got fielded as well, so CaptainSPrice can keep the munitions low.
Ready for further orders.
Throw a flamethrower and some bazookas on them. Healing up by his ambulance. The Shermans are also both fully repaired, so Momo basically needs CaptainSPrice to make a pretty terrible mistake in his next series of engagements. If that Panther plus 2 Rakettenwerfer supporting can take out both Shermans, maybe he'll have a little wiggle room to come back into this game. Fresh Folks Grenadier is going to move to do some harassment on the right. Again, I feel like Momo spreads himself too thin. He doesn't have anything available to support anything. Leaves himself so vulnerable. I don't know if that Rakettenwerfer is going to make it back to the battle group headquarters if it doesn't retreat right now. That's probably dead. Panther trying to move to support. Dead Raketten. Panther's going to try to contend against Riflemen. Meanwhile, 2 Folks Grenadier squads probably over-dedicating forces to the right side. Then again, they don't have that much to offer against Rifle Blobs or against Shermans if they're not upgraded with Panzer Shreks, so trying to harass territory is probably the only useful thing they can even do. Rakettenwerfer is destroyed by the Shermans here on the left, and Price will slowly retake control of his munitions and fuel. Fuel's not a huge concern for him, he's just trying to sort of finish out the VPs very aggressively with what forces he does have. If he wants, he could get an easy 8 to try and do a little extra damage to that Panther. Doesn't really need any more fuel as long as he doesn't lose any units. Has made it to about full pop cap. Comes the blob. If I were against CaptainSPrice, I would probably rush a Sturm Tiger or a Stuka if I could. Panther is nice against the 2 Shermans, though. I mean, it does make sense to get a Panther. Just saying. This is asking for a Sturm Tiger rocket through the building or something.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
Enemy flanking us!
We lost a gun crew.
Under attack! Alert! Get down from these line of sight!
Panther trying to go for another crush maneuver. It only gets 1 kill though, and it exposes its rear armor to both of these Shermans. There goes the tier 4 structure to sustain flamethrower and bazooka fire. Panther's in significant danger. Sturm Pios probably need to retreat as well. Folks Grenadiers have 1 bazooka with which to engage.
Enemy movement!
And this Sherman has fallen a little bit low to Panther fire. The Panther's at about 1/3. It probably cannot aggressively attempt to kill that thing. Looks like he's gonna try though. He doesn't really have any choice but to make the attempt. But he's got at least 3 bazookas on his flank. Don't get too aggressive. No! AT grenade does not penetrate. Bazookas also do not penetrate. Panther is extraordinarily low though. Really needs repairs. Stern piles are going to take quite a while to reinforce before repairs can even really begin. At least the battle group is still alive. That's something. And he does have 2 VPs under his control during the course of this engagement, so the clock's not ticking against him right now. Price will make a full retreat. But the engagement pretty much goes to Price. Taking out that tier 4 structure is a pretty significant setback. It means that I don't know. I don't really know what other tier 4 units Momo would get. I don't think overs are a very good decision on this map against this strategy, so Storm Tiger would probably be good, but it's not going to happen now. He needs to repair that next to the battle group. If he's not reinforcing that squad, this is going to take forever. Oh my goodness, go reinforce. Momo's fuel situation's not very good either. Having gone Panther, it means if he wants to go King Tiger, it's going to be a long time before it arrives. A very long time. If he gets it out, he'll probably win, as long as he utilizes it very carefully. But no, he's going to build himself another tier 4 structure instead, and maybe try and go for a second Panther, or just more ogres or something. Having this gun here to protect him in a slightly more defensive location might work. I really don't know why Momo keeps overextending like that. Attempting to take that fuel is just suicide. Every single squad he has walked into that capture circle has died on retreat, so stop doing that. It's a bad idea. Here comes 2 Shermans and an Easy 8 and the Rifle Blob. Whether this could be the engagement that seals the game. There's not very much here that can defend against this. Machine gun instantly killed. Tier 4 structure is well positioned for this. Suppresses 1 squad. Panther going in for the crush. Don't expose your rear armor though, Momo. Don't do it. Oh, the temptation was too strong. What is he doing? He sustains engine damage, but the Easy 8's been destroyed. Fortunately, if those Shermans chase aggressively, I don't know. I'm not sure if it will survive or not. Here he comes. 1 Raketenwerfer available to protect. Sherman shot bounces. Sherman shot bounces. This Sherman's not moving to support in the engagement. Oh no! And the Sherman goes down and the Panther will hit Vet too. What I thought to be a suicidal Panther maneuver actually goes kind of okay. That Easy 8 went down a lot faster than I was expecting it to. Probably faster than Price was expecting as well. A couple lucky penetrations from this thing. Raketenwerfer got some good shots off. I think there's a Panzerschreck in here as well. Yeah, Panzerschreck and Bazooka on that Volksgrenadier squad. So Easy 8 went down pretty quick. Boat and another Sherman destroyed as well. And Momo does not lose the game yet. He's still in this, if only very, very narrowly. Volksgrenadiers trying to take control of the right side. Rear echelons grabbing the fuel point. Stolen MG34 is protecting the center VP. Price may consider rotating into just trying to control VPs from this point forward because he does have a lead. And he may be able to just work the flanks and get the clock ticked down. If he continues to brute force his way straight towards that truck and try and just seal the game, that Panther is just, at this rate, probably going to just outpace him and get too strong. I don't know. I think he's got a pretty huge infantry army. It's pretty scary. It has the potential to maybe wipe everything Momo has, but he's going to need to execute his push a lot better than he did last time. He didn't smoke this thing, and he got suppressed and crushed to death by that Panther, so...
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
Target captured. No enemy contact. Taking fire!
Another squad. Well, it doesn't get wiped, but it drops its Panzerschreck. Price to recover. Panther's trying to blitz through this. Probably a mistake. Although it does convince Price to retreat. Sometimes I feel like he might be retreating prematurely. He should at least try and damage that thing's engine with a rifle grenade, but it looks like that Panther might go down. A lot of shots are penetrating. There is a Panzerschreck in there, I think. Or no, it's still on the ground. Just lucky hits with the bazookas. Panther gets away very narrowly if he continues to try and use the Panther as an anti-blob weapon. I mean, it's kind of working. Price is retreating a lot, but it's so risky. Every time he does that, he risks losing this thing, and he only survives because of good RNG on bounces. It's really not an anti-blob weapon. Neither is it looks. I don't think that looks is a good idea. He should cancel that. That's gonna die in one volley. Plus there's a Jackson on the field and a Sherman. That thing's not gonna do anything. It can attack ground. That's the one advantage it has. It can attack ground through the smoke, but it's gonna have to be microed perfectly. I really think Sturm Tiger is his best option, if he can get one out. Panther into Sturm Tiger, pretty good against this, I would say. Especially if he can hide it behind this building and like wipe 3 squads in one shot. Stuka would be even better, but the fuel investment for that is quite large. He's already got tier 4 constructed. He probably should have gone for Stuka after this tier 4 got destroyed and his Panther was already on the field. Going back into tier 4, a little risky. He did cancel his Panzer II. It looks like he's not sure what he wants. He's got 750 manpower. There's a first squad of Volksgrenadiers on the field. If this gets wiped again, well, I think it's going to. Maybe not. Barely getting away. That'll be the first time he's attempted to harass that fuel point and actually survived the attempt. He didn't actually get it captured. And Price does seem to be spreading out and working VPs now instead. Just wants to win by VP. He's only 84 remaining. That's probably the smart thing to do. Jackson is on the field to counter that Panther. Ooh, flamethrower just popped in the center. We might just make that a dedicated anti-tank squad now. Panzerschreck plus bazooka on there. Make it pretty good. Anti-Panther. Rifleman trying to grab the victory point over here on the right side. Panther at Vet 2 with the top mount machine gun. Probably push them away before they can get the point captured. Taking pretty decent damage. There they go. Volksgrenadiers moving to take control of the victory point back. Clock's taking pretty quick. Momo is really struggling to maintain control of this game. Pack 43 going up right here. I don't know if I think that's a good decision. That's not going to do anything against rifle blobs. There's only one Sherman and a Jackson on the field. What is even the point of that? That's so much manpower. I don't think I agree with that. Jackson getting aggressive against the Panther. Pack 43 gets a huge hit off. Panther can't seal the deal though. Jackson pulls back to safety. So he does get some value out of that already. I don't know if CaptainSPrice will enter its arc of fire twice though. Sherman's about to do so. Rifle blob also forces those Volksgrenadiers from the capture circle. A couple rear armor hits on that Panther. It really needs to reposition to safety. This area is getting really cluttered and crowded. It's kind of hard for him to path effectively. Smoke gets deployed on the left flank. Might clear out that Raketenwerfer. Pack 43 is obliterating this battle group. Oh my god, stop firing. Stop. I think he's attacking ground into the fog of war, not realizing that that's just annihilating his battle group headquarters. Volksgrenadiers have taken control of the right side, slowing the victory point drain. CaptainSPrice still has a pretty firm hold on the center though, and it doesn't really look like Momo has a way of penetrating through this. His decision to go back into tier 4 means no flak half-track, no Stuka. Nothing that can really counter Price's strategy hard, just kind of soft counters. Panther is a pretty soft counter to a rifle blob. I don't know what this little maneuver is. He's trying to destroy the building, I guess. Should probably try and utilize his frontal armor. Jeez, brought to half health just by infantry-based anti-tank because he didn't drive forwards. Folks Grenadiers taking control of the victory point. This squad is about to make a pretty suicidal harassment attempt at the left side again, I think. MG34 is going to protect the center VP, right side VP being taken by these two rifle squads. Clock continues to tick against Momo quite quickly. Once these two rifle squads make their way to the left side VP, there may not be anything Momo can do to stop the clock from ticking out against him. Stern Pio is in very high demand for repairs between the trucks and the Panther over here. Can't really use them as a damage source. Price is up to 6 riflemen, plus his captain's stolen machine gun and his 2 tanks. Riflemen win the engagement for the left side. Almost get another wipe. Looks like they'll get away though. And we'll probably get control of the VP. Those overs are not likely to win an engagement against this rifleman. Even with an LMG upgrade, they probably wouldn't win. Flamethrower pops over here on the right side. $50 points left and he's about to be triple capped. Struggling to even win an engagement for the center VP. Panzerschreck in this building seems to be sufficient to keep that Panther managed. He's taking a lot of damage. Oversoldaten making their way right, but they can't do anything against this. You can't even take a rifle squad at that level of HP without cover. Price is set up in cover and in buildings, has the entire map locked down, and he's just going to go for VPs. He's completely stopped his aggressive pushes towards the trucks because it's not necessary anymore. Only 25 points left. I think Momo has basically given up. There it is. GG, well played. Kind of a shame that he lost this game. I actually thought he had it for a little while when Price lost so many early squads. But I think he got a little bit flustered and he failed to capitalize on his early advantage. I don't think I fully agreed with all of his build mistakes. I think he should have tried to get a Stuka out at some point. No attempt to do that. Sturm Tiger could have been a good other option as well. He actually did make it to the 160 fuel he needed for it at this point. Panther definitely served him well, but it's just not a blob counter. It's okay against infantry, but not against this much infantry with that sheer quantity of bazookas. Could have done a lot of things better, I think. And he also did not really prepare himself very well for that first Sherman from Captain Price. Clearly was not ready for that, so he needed a little more protection. I don't think Pack 43 made that much sense either. Maybe he could have used some S-mines. He just needed more, harder counters to riflemen. Pretty much what it came down to, so GG, Allies win.